Hello and welcome to another episode of Top Deck, the series where we take a look at some of the leading TCG deck lists. On today we have James, who made 7th place at the Cannock Regional, playing none other than Madolche the Sweetness. So let's get into this then. So we have a full tournament report here from James, including detailed information on all of the rounds, which is really cool. But we'll begin by taking a look at the deck itself. So very much geared towards going second, with triple Pankratops, triple Gamma Seal, and triple Gamma all in the main deck. And alongside that you have all of the back row hate as well, with triple Cosmic and triple Twin Twisters, even more hand traps in triple Imperm, and then of course triple Solemn Strike, because sometimes you do go first and you need to have outs for all kinds of problems. The Madolche lineup itself doesn't have to be super large because so much of the deck is kind of built around 1 or 2 card combos and everything else gets searched out anyway. So we have triple Angeli, triple Hoot Cake, triple Mageline, double Messengelato, triple Petting Cessa, and the one Pudding Cess. And then to go with those, the one Ticket and the one Chateau. The extra deck obviously is going to be packed with rank 4s and link monsters, but we also have the one Omega in here, then Cowboy, double Chocolat à la mode, triple Tiramisu, triple Glace Souffle, sorry, one Boral Sword, one Phoenix, a double Sistart, and one Lambda, so that you can get more utility out of your side frames. The side deck, of course, geared very much for the meta. Triple Lancia, triple Dark World No More, triple System Down, triple Evenly, and triple Reboot. So 6 back row hate, 6 Orcust hate, and then 3 proper combo hate, which I guess you can mix in with the Evenly, so you can have Evenly and Dark World No More in those particular matchups. So let's get the full details here from James then. So the first event was fairly small, 63 players-ish. 6 rounds of Swiss. The shop was really nice and in a very good location. He chose to play Madolche because he hasn't really played the deck in a long time. The new Xyz monster is actually really good versus Nibiru, as it makes your monsters unaffected by monster effects and is a pseudo, he guesses, DD Crow in a way. Although it doesn't banish stuff, it actually shuffles stuff back, non-targeting, which is even better. Having multiple one-card OTKs is also really fun, plus it's fun to kill people with Cake. It's also hilarious watching the crowds gather at all of his games, especially when you go against a true Draco. He doesn't know if the deck really stands out over other variations of the same kind of deck. However, he did choose to just sort of bite the bullet and main the strikes in his Blind Go second deck. He could have done with 39 with 2 Chateau, and it's important to do the combo, but he figured that he wants strikes just on the off chance that he was made to go first, or his OTK doesn't go through for whatever reason. Siding wise is fairly self-explanatory. The deck loses to hand traps and back row, so he added extra back row hate to the main, and the gammas can be used with the Pudding Cessa and Angeli to block things like Ash. The triple Lancia and System Down for Orcust, the Dark Ruler for the Thunder Dragons and Pendulum, and the Reboots and Evenly for all the control decks. When you know you're going second, you can take out the strikes, whatever is better in that situation, but outside of that, siding should not be too difficult. So the rounds that he played, round 1 was against Sky Striker at 2-0. The opponent bricked in game 1 and then got Kaiju'd and rebooted in game 2. There's really nothing they can do in that situation. Round 2 against Thunder Dragon at 2-1 here. So this was actually the guy's second Madolche match of the day, which is kind of hilarious. The opponent won game 1 with a Nibiru, but then got Lancia'd in his draw phase in game 2. They went and made a Colossus and had to pass on that, so James was able to just clear the board and poke the opponent down over a few turns. In game 3 he had the wall of Hoot Cake not being able to die by battle, and the Xyz and a set strikes. The opponent went to summon a Denko, but has to make it into a Colossus as his hand is so weak, and the Colossus just gets hit by strike and dies in less than 5 summons. So round 3 then, against Dinosaur, a 2-0 here, fairly easy. Had a Cyclone for the opponent's field spell in both games, and when they search for the pill, you just use the Xyz to shuffle the graveyard around so that they can't actually resolve it anyway. So that's kind of a hilarious interaction that this deck has with that one. Round 4 against True Draco, a 2-1. By far the most difficult and disgusting match, he says. Game 1 he bricked and the opponent poked him down. Game 2 he resolved Reboot and Evenly and proceeded to shuffle the rest of the opponent's field away, and they didn't draw a device, so that was fine. And then in Game 3, James had to play through Erupt, followed by Imperial Order, and then Rivalry of Warlords, which is just nuts to have all those floodgates. So the opponent managed to pop his entire field apart from the field spell. So James actually can't evenly match the opponent, so he has to Twin Twister his own field and one of the opponent's floodgates to then resolve the evenly match, and then keep looping the Angeli into Hootcake, because at that point the opponent just had no traps left in deck to pop the field, and they had to end up losing in time there, so James took the victory. Round 5 against Orca Striker, the loss here, so an 0-2 unfortunately, a few missteps which cost him the match. He was meant to shuffle back spells in the opponent's graveyard so that if they topped and engaged they wouldn't be able to draw, but he forgot about that, accidentally shuffled different things, forgot that the shuffle effect resolves on a separate chain, and agreed that the main phase was okay. And then in Game 2 the opponent got hit by double system down, but still had the Ash for James's multi-caker, so there really wasn't anything to follow up from there. And round 6, a draw against Alamangrate. 2 very long, very drawn-out games. The opponent made him go first in Game 3, and time got called there. So, shoutouts go to Harlequins Preston / Blackpool and the respective locals, to Ninja Cards on Card Market, to Connor, Luke, Stephen, and Jara. So thanks very much for coming on, James, and sharing this list. What do you guys think about Madolche? Is this the kind of list that you would take going forward? Do you think it's something that you'll only really see in the lower tiers, or do you think it's something that can compete on the top tier level, as James has proven it can do, taking home this regional top? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section, and I'll see you guys in the next video.